All right. There's another edition of Six Pack Cinema. This week we're talking about I, Tonya. How's it going, guys?
Doing well,
Good.
doing well.
Good.
Nice. What did you guys do this weekend?
I just laid on the couch and watched the Olympics. I was so happy for New York Fashion Week to be done with work. I worked like 10 days straight. It was just nice to lay back and bum out for a weekend. 3-day
Wow.
weekend. Doesn't get
Must
better
have been
than
a tough
that.
week.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
I filmed a wedding on my birthday. Had to train the guy who's replacing me. It wasn't fun.
Nice.
What about you, Sheehan? Any big fun plans?
I watched Black Panther. Let me
Oh,
tell you,
that's-
it was one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
Oh, for sure. That episode's coming to you guys soon because
Yeah, for sure.
thoughts on it.
And I got real I got in my inner Tanya and I sat down and I watched the Daytona 500 as I do every year.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And that guy who won, really good ending. So
Yeah, he's good. Awesome.
First you thought it was going to be the other guy, but then it was
no. And then out of nowhere the other guy won.
I know. That took me. I didn't watch it, but I saw it all on the Twitters. It was crazy.
All right, so let's talk about Tonya.
Yeah, let's hop into our snap impressions. What did you guys think of it? Sheehan, you've been raving about the movie for weeks. So, Jimmy, what was your impression?
I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to like it. I'm still a little split on it. There's definitely some aspects that are awesome. I don't know. I'm really confused. My feelings are of confusion about this movie. I think there's parts of it that are wild, and then there's other parts where I really don't know, and then there's some things I didn't like.
Fair. I'm kind of in the same boat there. I had fun watching it. I just, afterwards when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if that was really like a good movie, though.
I enjoyed
watching it.
I'm the very opposite of you, Dave. Where it kind of takes us. I did not enjoy watching it, but then I sat back and thought about some of the technical aspects and the acting and that shit, and thought, yeah, that was actually really well done. But I didn't enjoy watching this movie, which I think will shock people, especially Sheehan. But Sheehan, give us your little quick take. Sorry for butting in.
I'm upset. I thought we were going to have a good conversation here today. Now it's going to be just like Stronger, where you guys bully me. I love this movie.
I don't think we're going to bully you because we liked and disliked different things about it.
And what you disliked, I liked, and what you disliked, I liked. So I liked it all. I love the story of Tanya and Nancy Kerrigan. It's one of the all-time sports stories. Nancy, she's from the town over from where I grew up, so it was like big in my heart, put it that way. I have one serious hate for what happened in this movie. I'll talk about that later. But everything else, I thought it was very, very, very well done. It's my number 3 movie of the year.
Yeah.
I sat there smiling from ear to ear the whole time. The entire
For real?
time. I did.
I really didn't like watching it.
Really?
I smiled the entire time, but I was laughing at it. And I didn't like... All right, let's hop into what we liked and didn't like. The thing I walked out of the theater being like, that's kind of fucked up what they did is they made light of a ton of domestic abuse. They played it for laughs a lot.
Absolutely hated it. Really, really upset that people in the theater were laughing. And I don't like watching that. That's like my biggest thing. Like every time he hit her, I was like, hey, I don't want to watch a movie where a wife is just getting beat to shit by her husband, bloody nose, and then like he pulls a gun. Like,
it's bad enough. I can watch a movie with that if they're treating the subject material as it should be treated. And like I was saying, they played it for laughs. The entire theater was laughing at it.
Well, your theater was full of dickheads. I don't think they were going for laughs on that one. They were showing truth.
When they cut to her being like, this didn't happen. Really, he hit me. You don't think that was like going for a cheeky, fun laugh?
No, that was different. They were making light of the stories not aligning.
Yeah, but then later on, like it comes out of nowhere. He just pops her in the nose at the end, and then it cuts to her interview, and she's like, "Should have saw that one coming." And the whole theater giggles. It's like, oh, I didn't like. It made me like.
All right, fine. I'll say this: they didn't attack him for being but I mean, you in no way, shape, or form do you feel like that was a good guy. They did not paint him in a good light.
No,
it wasn't like
I
this was satisfying for him.
I agree. I just don't enjoy watching that.
Okay.
Like, at all. And same with the fat friend. Another of my biggest complaint. I know he was that stupid in real life, and I think they had to show the interview with him at the end to kind of say, we didn't overwrite this character. This is how dumb this fat dude was in real life. That actor, and I feel bad because it's a human being that played this part, that actor, that role was so fat and dumb. I just don't enjoy watching that. Like, I find no humor in a person that is that disgustingly fat and dumb. And maybe
like
that's
that.
The only time I found humor in him was when he was doing the interview in the movie. He was like, no, but I am. But I did think the same thing at the end when they showed the actual interview. That reminded me of the end of Disaster Artist when they had to show actual clips from the room to be like, no, guys, we're not making this up. The movie is this bad. They were doing that here, being like, no, guys, this guy's actually a fucking idiot. We were just recreating the scene.
I couldn't even find any humor in any scene he was in. I hated his character so much.
So would you rather them cut it out because it's unpalatable to you and not tell the truth?
No, I'm not telling them to change it. I'm just saying I didn't like it.
Okay.
Well,
so that's what you're saying. So you're saying it was a good movie, but you didn't like. That's why you're saying you didn't like it.
Sure. Yeah. I think technically it was a good movie and it's an interesting story, but I didn't enjoy watching it. Same with Trailer Park Boys. Is that what the name of that show is?
Yeah.
Sure.
People told me you had to watch that show forever, and then like the Bubbles dude, really dumb with glasses.
Yep.
I watched like an episode and a half, and I was like, dude, I don't want to watch this guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no joy or laughing watching a character of this sort. That's how I felt about this fat, gross guy. Like, he's just really disgustingly fat and dumb.
I don't know. I related to it a little bit. Maybe this helped me with my my conscience watching it. And I hate to be the guy who's like, oh, I know someone just like this, but I did. I know someone exactly like this. He was a big guy. His name was very Italian. I don't want to say his names, but his name was very Italian.
Don't put governments out there.
No. And his name was very Italian, but he insisted people call him Irish because he wanted to be Irish.
Yeah.
He wore scally, always the same button-down shirt. He was large, and he swears to God that he was in the Irish mob, despite living in his parents' basement and having. I think he worked at CVS for a weekend. That's about it.
Yeah,
it was relatable to me. Put it that way. So that's why I didn't find it uncomfortable.
The other thing is, we kind of talked about this, so I'll swing back to it. Jeff, the husband, he had some legitimately funny lines. Like, there was 2 parts where he had a funny line that made me laugh. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to laugh at this guy. But when the fat guy was like, meet me at the stroke of midnight, and he just said, I'm not meeting you at the fucking stroke of midnight. That was a good line. And when he drove, like, 2 days drive just to run into the stadium and say, hey, Tonya, no,
fuck you.
That made me laugh.
That was great stuff.
I didn't laugh a lot in this movie. Like I would have guessed that I would have laughed more in this than Lady Bird just before I seen both of them going in. I laughed 10 times more in Lady Bird than this movie.
For sure. I will say Sebastian Stan, great as Jeff. He sold the character for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a character you're supposed to not like.
His accent was weird. But his accent was weird, but I Googled it, and I guess it was spot on. But they're supposed to be from Portland, and he sounded like he was from Minnesota.
Yep. I'll say that was one of my dislikes was Sebastian Stan. No, they made him look good. I think they had to have an attractive male lead for this because Margot Robbie is gorgeous, so they had to try to like level the playing field. But the guy in real life, he is ugly as fuck. He's awkwardly skinny. He's just a weird pencil dude. So,
well, what I don't understand, you just brought up Margot Robbie and how she's gorgeous. They made her look very average and like not that attractive for most of this movie. And then you watch
and was successful. I thought she's still very good.
No, then you watch the clips at the end of the real life Tonya, and she was a very attractive girl when she was younger, and they really made her seem not attractive.
I'm glad she was
huge
the same thing. Yeah, I'm glad she's on the same team.
Tonya Harding was ugly, so they had to make Margot Robbie ugly.
Yeah.
No, the clips at the end of Tonya Harding, like giving interviews and stuff, she was very attractive. I'm pulling this up.
Almost as big of a disagree as you can have.
Yep. I won't say she was like Meryl Streep ugly, but she was ugly.
I'm looking at images.
No, she wasn't attractive.
Yeah. Margot
There's
Robbie, they tried
only
making
pictures
her
of her
ugly,
like
and-
fucking crying. I don't care if she's crying.
She
Not
was
gonna
like a
look
little
attractive
mousy
there.
girl. Just because
Yeah.
she had blonde hair and was young doesn't mean she was attractive.
Yep.
I think she was.
Your eyes was too close together. Yeah. Yeah. So
All right, you guys can keep talking. I'm trying to find a picture where she's not crying. Every picture of her from the Olympics is her crying.
well, she cried a lot. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big story guy. I love this whole story. I love how they talked about both like all angles of it. Did you guys finally get to see what I was talking about? How how they contradicted the thing. I liked how they shot that. I wish they carried it out further through. It was like just in the beginning. But
I also am confused whether I like that or not because I think sometimes it played for laughs well. The
Yep.
time that you keep mentioning when
with a gun.
he says this is how it happened, like this is how it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. So that's one aspect. Other times they used it to try and play for a laugh in the middle of a stretch of non-funny scenes.
Mhm.
And when the mom cuts to the mom doing her interview and she says, well, I've really fallen away from this story completely, huh? That was too much for me. I was like, that's really, really heavy-handed and forced.
Mm-hmm.
Because it completely out of nowhere. It was like, if that's the way you need to put jokes into a movie, then just don't put the joke in because you just shoved that down everyone's throat. And then also, there's part of me, and this isn't a knock on the movie, it's more just me enjoying it, where they were wishy-washy with the facts. And I kind of think I would have rather them take a hard stance and be like, this is how we're saying it happened in this movie, and not leave it so much up to me to decide.
I think that was important to show that they weren't taking a side. They were showing like how these two idiots had a really stupidly bad story. Like why would they need to know the address and the time she was skating for just a phone call? Right?
Yeah, but I think
I agree with that. But they also like because they don't take a hard stance. By not taking a hard stance, you in some way paint Tonya in a sympathetic light.
That 100% this movie was Team Tonya.
Yes, and that's so fucked up, especially when she's getting now she's at all these award shows. She's doing a press circuit. She's making money from all this.
She's not doing
and
this anymore.
Nancy Kerrigan is fucking she's teaching the Kardashians kids how to ice skate. That's the biggest
Gucci,
slap in the face.
But I mean,
it is. Ever since the Globes, though, she's been taken off that circuit because they got so much heat for it.
Oh, good. I only saw it at the Globes, and I was like, that seems not right.
Yeah, no, they got a ton of heat because that was wrong. 100% that was wrong.
It's not like Nancy Kerrigan is teaching the Kardashians kids because she got hit in the knee and her career got ruined. She went on to win the bronze medal and have a career, and then she aged out of being able to do her ability. And now she is probably the highest paid little kid figure skater teacher in the U.S.
Yeah,
so
do you think
that's like a poor Nancy Kerrigan line.
Do you think the Kardashians aren't going to pay the ultimate best top dollar coach in the world to teach their kids?
No.
She is getting bankrolled for this.
If anyone deserved to have a movie made about her, it's Kerrigan. Like,
people hated her just as much.
She doesn't want the movie. She routinely denies interviews. She wants this whole saga to be over. She fucking hates it.
Yeah, understandably. I don't know. I feel like sometimes you don't need to make a movie sympathizing someone like Tonya.
Well, there's aspects, then this is where I get confused, because there are aspects where she did deserve sympathy. Lifetime ban.
That was harsh.
Was way too harsh. And that scene is the scene that now that I've seen the movie, and I walked away thinking, man, I didn't enjoy that much. But now I keep thinking of that scene with Margot Robbie crying and pleading for the judge. And that scene in itself is kind of a masterpiece of cinema. Acting, like tension, directing, the pacing is really, really, really well done. And that hammers home like the sympathetic point well. That was way too harsh of a punishment.
Her begging to go to jail.
Yeah.
Who does that? You know, I mean, because like she was right. Like you're like, this is a life sentence for her. She can't do anything else.
and especially when she said, like, I don't have an education. Like, yeah, sometimes that sucks. Like, like you find out these baseball players that got drafted out of high school and then they play baseball their whole life. And then, like, you realize, like, these kids literally don't have an education. These athletes, like, you take the sport away from them and they have no skill set. That sucks. It's like the old Boobie Miles. Football's all I know.
Yeah, I always go to that scene from Major League 3, back in the minors. He's like, hey, so do you have any life skills? He's like, no, I can catch a ball. He's like, but if I asked you to build a table, could you do that? No, I couldn't. Here, have a book.
All right. I have a bunch of
anything
notes
else you guys liked? Or?
Yeah, liked. I have liked. Well, Margot Robbie's acting chops. It's kind of unfair that she can be that wildly attractive and that good at acting.
She has got a long career ahead of her.
Yeah.
She's not just a pretty face.
And she's only 27.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is like wild. Great. Like, she has a long, long career ahead of her.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. The soundtrack, I really, really like the soundtrack.
Yes.
Wasn't a lot of heavy, 80s heavy metal?
Not really heavy metal, like cheesy shit. Like when they started date, kind of like ballads.
Some air metal.
Yeah.
They had my favorite song, and maybe I'll make it the end of this, was they did Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet, which is a fantastic song.
Yeah.
And when they're like just dating and then they're driving around in cars and hook it up and shit, I really like that. I thought they did, it was kind of cheesy 80s music, but done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Fair. Shane, what about you? Anything?
My favorites? I love how they depicted the morons at the end, or during the attack, when he couldn't get out of the building.
Oh,
yes. That was one of those things. So he just
broke the glass?
Yeah, so that one, and also the fact that he was trying to stay inconspicuous, so he changed his parking spot every 15 minutes.
That was pretty funny.
Those are two very real, very, very real things that happened that I'm glad they included in there. So,
yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I really like the acting. That was kind of what saved the movie for me. I enjoyed watching these people. Christ. Well, made me enjoy it as much as I did. I enjoyed watching.
You're acting like this thing was a flop. My God, it was a good movie. It was. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy certain parts, but it was still damn good.
I think it was because you've been raving about it for weeks, so it built it up in my head, and I was like, "This is what Shane loves."
The way the commercials and trailers and everything I heard made me think it was going to be really fun, and then it was. I did not have fun watching it.
I guess I really like rough movies.
But I mean, I like harsh. Like, I don't know. I think it's not like.
I love families who are really rough around the edges, like 3 Billboards and Stronger. I love these kinds of things.
Fair.
Yeah, maybe.
Love the mom. Love the mom with the bird. Can we talk about the bird real quick?
Yes, that was my favorite character in the movie.
I mean, again, that's one of the things where they need to show you for it to be true. That's her 5th husband, which is just, who the fuck marries that woman? Let alone 5 different people.
Are birds known as a white trash pet?
I think it has to be because there's nothing. What else can they afford?
Because I never really put that together until I watched this movie and then kind of thought about it. And I think I had birds growing up.
Are you white trash?
Yeah, I had a bird growing up too. It wasn't
Okay, but now I'm trying to a rich trope is like a huge fish tank. That you never have a rich person with a fucking bird in a cage in the corner of their house.
Yeah, maybe I was poor.
We had birds because we had allergies. It was the only animal we could have. But fuck birds.
Oh my God! Why would you, at that point, just don't have a pet?
We had 5 birds, and they all died when I was a kid.
Well, I had one bird that my mom got me when I was 2, and it lasted till I was 15. That bird was old as fuck.
Probably a real bitch.
Yeah, used to bite the shit out of everyone. It was hilarious.
No one likes birds. Birds suck.
Yeah, why would you like a bird?
I was 2. I didn't choose the bird.
You're a fucking goldfish like an American.
I did have a goldfish for a while too.
All right, I'm going to go through some random notes. Maybe they'll spark conversations.
Okay,
All
cool.
right, let's go.
4-year-old Tonya, so cute.
Adorable.
Yes.
Yep.
Good job. Little new Dakota fan.
Great conversation. No, whoever that like actress was, that was a very cute little girl.
Her skating, I thought, was that fake?
I don't know. Wait, Tanya's?
The 4-year-old Tonya, it didn't look like she was actually skating. It was weird.
I would have to think they just had tryouts for the cutest 4-year-old that knows how to ice skate, and then they casted her.
Yeah. I feel like they had a green screen rope that pulled her because I don't know.
That'd be funny and really a weird decision.
I know. I don't know.
I fuck if they actually hired a little girl who can skate. That's my like headcanon from now on. Is that there's a green screen rope pulling this little girl around the ice rink, and I will buy the DVD just for that like extra like behind the scenes commentary.
All right. So next point. What do you got?
That was a good, successful note for me because we got green screen rope pulling out of it. Let's see. I guess I liked this line in the beginning when she said, "Please don't swear around my kid," and she said, "I didn't swear, you cunt."
That was a good line. Oh, I also like the line when the coach was like, "Oh, there's no smoking in here," and she's like, "So smoke quietly."
Yeah.
There's never been a more rude mom on film. Has to be.
She's up
up
there. It's up there.
Maybe Sam's mom from 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
She didn't talk a lot, but then at the end when she started talking, she was a bit of a rude bitch.
Yeah, but she wasn't nearly as witty as this one. This one was bitchy and witty. So.
Well, I mean, what up,
perfect cocktail.
3 Billboards. She was a mom.
Who?
Frances Nick.
Yeah. No. She was very. She was a nice lady.
Okay, when they show, and this is kind of contradicting, like I said, I'm very confused about this movie itself. When they showed Tonya getting hit by her mom and getting hit by her husband all the time, and then it cuts to Tonya being interviewed, and she goes, "Nancy gets hit 1 time." That was funny.
That was a great line.
But then
it's playing the domestic abuse for laughs.
No, that shed some awareness on the fact that she got her ass kicked by her husband, and no one cares.
Yeah,
that was just
the way it's cut is played.
It wasn't the flashy headline, so no one gives a shit about it.
I laughed. I thought that was funny.
It was a good line, but I'm saying the point of that was to show the fact that it's kind of bullshit. This white privileged girl gets hit by a crowbar, and she missed. She wasn't even like she was out for a year. She missed like 3 weeks of practice, and she was back and good.
I thought she was done. I thought that ended her career.
So did I.
That's what everyone thinks. So, hey, good in this movie to point that out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, my next note is heckling a figure skater, LOL. Like, I know that guy got paid off by her mom to heckle her, but imagine if he didn't get paid off. And I'm sure it exists somewhere, but
I don't know. Not to that level.
Heckling a 22-year-old girl to that level in figure skating is insane.
And not just casually saying it, because a lot of times when you heckle, you're yelling at the clouds. You're yelling like in the general direction of someone. He was making eye contact, telling her how much she sucked as a person.
Yeah,
that's a new level. So I mean, I'm glad he got paid because that's hard to do.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens at any other figure skating rink. You know that some people are gonna be like, "Hey, man, be cool. It's figure skating."
No, some people. He was like surrounded by people who weren't doing anything. That's the most unbelievable part of the whole movie.
It's crazy. My last note that I haven't talked about yet is, oh my God, I have 3 more actually. 1, did you guys see the stenographer's face?
No.
Oh, you missed it. The stenographer in the courtroom, she had like elephantitis of one of her cheeks in her face. I don't know why they did that.
Yes.
And
yes, I did see that.
Across it twice. Her face was deformed. I don't know why.
That's just accurate.
Imagine.
It'd be a weird detail to be true to.
Yeah, of all the other things they don't take a hard stance on, that's the one they're like, no, we have to get the stenographer's face.
This has to be authentic.
Or just somebody with that deformity was the best person to try for the role.
Exactly. They don't discriminate based on appearances, Jimmy.
Yeah. Come on, Jimmy.
Give her a chance.
It's 2018. We don't judge people like that anymore.
You didn't see it, Dave, but if you saw it, it would have totally taken you out. Because, like, wait, why does she have that lopsided kiss?
It didn't click for me.
This isn't a note.
I have to go re-see it so I can see that.
This isn't a note, but I feel like we have to talk about it. What do you guys think about the mom coming in and finally saying the nice things and then having the recorder? Did you buy it?
No, saw it from a mile away.
I bought it until she like reached in her hand. I was like, this fucking cunt. She's doing this to her daughter.
I think I kind of didn't buy it. I was very confused by it. And then I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, why is she saying nice things?
But I thought, because I thought her showing up there, I was like, okay, cool. So she's going to show her respect by like just being there and yelling at her like she does, you know? When she started being nice, I'm like, okay, this isn't her. And she knew, like, it was controversy. It was big in the news. And she knew if she got a recording, she could make money. And that's what she really wanted. Because she had already written her off.
I thought it was like, this was the one scene that showed, despite how hard she was on Tonya, she really did love her in her heart. And this is the one time in Tanya's life where shit was at its absolute lowest. So she was going to be like, no, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
So instead, I was like, oh, like, that's heartwarming. And then, nope, she's a fucking bitch.
But instead, it shows that Tonya had literally nobody in her life that cared about her. Womp, womp.
Yeah, once again, pointing her in a sympathetic light.
Nope.
The other scene that everyone is talking about that I've seen is when she looks at the camera and says, you guys are my attackers. Now, I wasn't fully bought in feeling sympathy for her because I was reading a lot that people like, yeah, that hit me hard. Like, all of America is her attacker. And I halfway get it. Yeah, America thinks she hit Nancy Kerrigan herself. Like, it's
crazy.
They were her little pet. But that didn't really get me that much. I think it was kind of like, shut up.
Yeah, I don't know. People who know the story know that she didn't hit her. Mm-hmm. People know that but she also knows that she got fucked hard by that judgment where she got banned from ice skating. So I mean, it was really shitty that she got banned, but she's a truly shitbag person. And she really is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. Like it's just, I mean, yeah, she's a product of her upbringing. She's a product of the area she grew up. She didn't have a father. Father loved her for about 6 years, and then he bailed. That was cool of him. And then she just turned to a guy who beat the fuck out of her, like her mother. That's the only thing she knew. She had a bad life, and sympathetic because I'm sympathetic to people like that because that happens a lot. She is not unique in any way. All right, those people are out there. I am unsympathetic to her because I know she is still just a money-grubbing child star. Not child star, but she wants to be a reality star. I followed her when she was a boxer. I followed her again when she tried to come back at it with the Apprentice, some shit like that. She's been trying her hardest, her absolute hardest, to become in the spotlight. She's not trying to shy away from the fact that she was made famous from this incident. She's a complete scumbag.
But she doesn't have any skills, and that's real.
Yeah. Well, no, now she's a landscape architect.
Well, if you're her, would you rather go be a waitress and be like, okay, fine, I'll get out of everyone's way? Or would you rather milk fame for all you can?
Yeah, no, go right ahead, but don't bitch about it. Yeah, but don't bitch about it and say that we're the attackers. You're the one keeping the shit alive. This movie doesn't get greenlit unless she explicitly agrees to it.
A more pointed way of that was when Jeff said America found its next obsession, and they showed OJ. Because that is better. Like, yes, America loves this shit. Mm-hmm. We love having an enemy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Or a bad person. It's fine.
But she was more.
My only other note is fuck figure skating. The way they judge is so unfair, and judging her because she has a shitty outfit when she can't afford an expensive outfit is legit terrible. Like, it should be about the skating. I'm with Tonya on that one.
Yep. It has come around to that slightly.
Yeah. It's much better now. I know.
Yeah. Because back then, it was like a pony show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I
think one of the guys, I don't know if he's in the Olympics or if he was just doing nationals, but he, I'm blanking on his name, but his routine is to turn down to what? And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I think the last time
So,
this was
like,
an issue, like a true issue, was I think 2002 in Nagano. There was a scandal with the judging. I think it was a French person gave someone a 0 when everyone else gave her 5s. It was crazy. I think it was 2002. But ever since then, they've really cracked down on like they need to have like certain like benchmarks. They need to do this turn to get that point. It's not just for show. It's much more regimented now.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
hey, progress.
All right. Those are all my
I get a
notes.
point. I got a note. This was very, very important to me going into it. I brought it up earlier how I hated this. There is one moment in this whole saga that everyone knows and associates with, and that's when Nancy Kerrigan gets hit in the fucking knee, and the camera's on her face, right? And the whole why thing.
Mm-hmm.
What they needed. It was like Home Alone when the kid slaps his face and says, "Yeah!" Like that's a soundbite that needed to be nailed, and they could not have fucked it up more. They had this. Why not? No. All they had to do was pipe in the actual audio and be fine. All right, because she said why, like really, like just like a why. Really, it's gonna be why with like an A in there. Sorry to be screaming at your face, but it's like why? It's like it was so different.
I don't know what the actual thing sounds like. I don't remember, but
I listen to that
thought
clip
it was
all the time. I love that. It's a very, very dark thing I do, but when I want a good laugh, I Google that clip. And
Jesus, man.
No, it's dark.
It's dark.
I fully admit it's dark, but oh my god, that when she yells "why," it is fucking amazing. There's so much pain. There's so much feeling in that one "why." Oh.
Well, I was talking psychopaths with Sheehan.
Can
you clip that 7-second clip in there for me so people get it?
Yep. Unless I'm asleep while I'm editing this, yes. That happens sometimes.
All right.
Yes, we saw a couple weeks ago when it came up with no transition noise, no audio, or no theme song or anything.
Hey,
that was silly because I spent an hour editing it, and then I exported the editing thing, and then when I hit upload, I just chose the raw file, uploaded the raw file, and not the one I just spent an hour and a half editing.
Nice. Well, I think you're doing a great job. You're doing a lot more than I'm doing. Man. So,
oh yeah,
big appreciation.
Clap for our producer.
Yeah. Hey, let's go on the ratings. I'm ready.
Yes,
I'm ready to
let's
knock
hop
down
into
the
our
stars.
ratings. Let's start with popcorn this time. Sheehan, what did you?
You have to ask me what popcorn this is. 5.
5.
5. Absolutely got to be 5.
All right.
You got a 5 too, Jimmy, despite not liking it?
No. I have a 3.
Oh yeah, I have a 3 as well.
The fuck? Really?
Wow. That sucks for you, Sheehan.
That is such bullshit.
I didn't think a 3 would stand. I thought you guys would both have a 4 and a 5.
This is so much better than that.
Man, I didn't enjoy watching it.
Oh.
I enjoyed it, and I'm only giving it a 3. It's not that great of a movie.
You're a dickbag. No, it was a great movie. You can't say
if it makes it any better, I wrote it down ahead of time.
Yeah, but you can't say you enjoyed watching it and give it a fucking 3.
I enjoyed 3s. 3 is
It's
like middle of the road.
What if your teacher said, "Yeah, you did great in this class," and then gives you a C-?
Yo, C's get degrees.
Jesus. God damn it. All right, fine. So I guess
to our
3.
critic score. I'll go first. I gave it an 81. I think it was very okay to good across the board, and nothing really stood out to me as being fantastic. So it's just Sebastian Stan and Margot Robbie were the only 2 really good parts. Their acting. Other than that, everything was mediocre to good.
All right.
Jimmy, what about you?
I gave it an 85. I think it was a well-made movie. I just didn't enjoy it. So 85, like I'm not trying to knock it with an 85. I think it's good. It's anything that teeters on like comedy line with breaking the fourth wall doesn't scream critic acclaim to me. It's kind of breaking the fourth wall is never something I'll be like, hey, that movie is really, really good. It broke the fourth wall. I always think of it more as like a gimmick. of sorts. But that scene with Margot Robbie and some of the scenes and the story and the soundtrack, it was really well done, and it had its own tone. But just some parts, 85.
Okay, 85 is it's a good score. I'm going to disagree with you heavily on the fact that the breaking the fourth wall is a gimmick. That's a tool. It's not a gimmick.
Well, it can be a tool. I agree here it was a gimmick, though.
I don't think it was a gimmick.
Yes,
I thought it was a good way.
House of Cards, they do it to get insight into his brain and to feel like you're on his team. Here, every time they broke the fourth wall, it was simply for laughs.
No,
so it was a gimmick.
Not all the time.
Well, just in the beginning, I'll give you in the beginning it wasn't because it was setting everything up. But after the story got moving, it was only for laughs.
The purpose was to tie in the interviews. So, it was a tool. Anyway,
but you could have used the interviews without.
You're a tool.
Breaking the fourth wall.
You guys are both tools. Whatever. All right, fine. My rating was 90. So I'm gonna keep it at that.
All right. So what's that bring our average to? 85.
I don't know. I'm not a math major, but I would think 80, 95.
No, you said 80.
81. I don't know.
You said 81?
Yeah.
That's 95, 85.
Yeah, 85.5 or whatever.
Yeah, 85.
All right.
Sweet. Parents, what are you guys going to drink with it if you're watching this again?
Shane, I wanted to like it more.
I got to say, like, the fact that this is going up there and I got to make the little graphic with 3 fucking popcorns. That hurts a dagger.
I went into this thinking I'd really like it. You sold it too well. If you lowered my expectations,
I hyped it up too much. I'm sorry for that.
You guys made Murder on the Orient Express a 3-star popcorn.
3.5.
I don't think that I was part of that. I think that was when we were still doing the average of the 3 because I liked Murder on the Orient Express.
Well, if you want to make this a 3.5, I'll allow it.
No. We're not playing favorites here.
All right.
I don't want any special treatment, Jimmy. I want you to.
Here's my thing. I think you're in the majority of the population, and Dave and I are in the minority of the population. But unfortunately, Dave and I are in the majority of this podcast.
Yeah, you really got screwed here.
Can you agree with that, Dave? I think,
absolutely.
I think everyone else likes this movie more, and that's fine. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm saying me personally, I did not enjoy watching it that much.
Yeah, no, I won't go back to this probably ever again.
Sure.
All right, so drinking. What are you guys drinking with it? Jimmy, what about you?
I don't know. Water. Trying to think of being healthy and figure skating, and then I said water.
I'm going with a PBR. I felt like that's what they probably drank a lot of back then, or Stouts, whatever it was. The shitty old beer with an S. Schlitz. Yeah. Either that or a PBR. Sheehan, what about you? You probably going with a nice whiskey with this because you love the movie so much.
No, I'm actually going with the Miller High Life.
Ooh, that's good.
It's the champagne of bottled beers.
I like that.
That's true.
So, bam.
That's a solid one.
You're damn right it is.
All right. Well, that wraps up our review of I, Tonya. Let's hop into our weekly recommendations. What have you guys been watching? Sheehan?
Kind of a tough one to recommend this week.
All right, I'll go. Want me to go?
Oh yeah, I know I'm going to say, but you go ahead.
Have you guys? I don't know if we've said this on here. The Unabomber Manhunt. The Unabomber.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone recommended it a while ago. I haven't watched it yet.
So I just watched it. Last 2 days I watched it because I tweeted out how much I like Versace and Waco, and someone was like, "You need to watch Unabomber," but it does not have the ABC NBC feel, which is what I thought you and I like. That was my.
That's what I thought. That's why I haven't gone into it yet.
Same. That's what I thought.
I told you it wasn't bad. The only benefit you had from being a Discovery show was that you had like little mental breaks because it was segmented with commercial breaks without the commercials. But
the commercial breaks, I only noticed it twice where it was like, that's where they would have put a commercial. Where like ABC and NBC. Those shows are written and structured around dramatic commercial breaks, and I think it like really ruins the feel. But yeah, this is Discover, and Discover made more of a FX, AMC kind of vibe than ABC, NBC. So it was good. I really enjoyed it. It's not amazing. Like Mindhunter, I think is a better product than
Mindhunter was more mentally stimulating. Per se.
Yeah, this was a little more popcorn cozy.
This is more telling you like the headlines.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was really good. Just really cool story.
I really liked it.
How they
Nice.
found him with the linguistic shit is so interesting to me.
Right?
So interesting. I want to write something and give it to a forensic linguistic analyst and see how much they can find out about me just if I write like 10 pages.
My favorite scene, without giving anything away, was when he sits in the car like that when it's raining out. He chases down that guy and he's like, "All right, let me tell you my profile."
Yeah,
and he's like,
that was awesome.
"Bum, and his face is like, "Oh no!" It was great.
That was awesome.
It was amazing.
Yep. So that's my recommendation. Go watch Manhunt. 8 episodes, miniseries on Netflix.
You can blow through it real quick.
Yeah, it's well done.
Sweet. I recently watched When We First Met. It's a Netflix stupid little rom-com with Adam Devine and Alexandra Daddario. It's like Groundhog Day meets a rom-com. It was fun. It's lighthearted if you're looking for something to throw on in the background.
Adam from Workaholics?
Yeah.
What's it called? When We First Met?
Yeah, When We First Met.
That sounds like a movie I'd like, so I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, it's a fun light movie. I recommend it. You guys can watch it. You should watch it with your girlfriend. It's a good couple-day movie.
How about my wife? Girlfriend and
No.
Well, I was talking to Jimmy.
No one enjoys watching movies with wife.
You don't have time to watch anything anymore. You're about to have a kid. You just can only be watching kid YouTube videos.
Nope. Not giving up my TV yet. My daughter's going to know everything there is to know about the TV.
About the Unabomber. She's going to watch that series.
I think she needs to know. Oh, history, David.
Fair. All right, what have you watched this week, Shane?
Well, I'm going to recommend something different. I'm going to recommend a YouTube channel.
Ooh. Jomboy videos?
Watching... Nah, that's okay.
You're on it.
Wait to disparage our YouTube channel.
I've been watching New Rock Stars. You guys ever watch them?
No.
No, it's a terrible name for what they do. They actually break down mostly comic book movies and TV shows, and occasionally some movies here and there. They did a pretty good breakdown of Shape of Water, and they do it in about like 8 to 10 minute videos. So it's really like consumable. But what they've been doing recently is to get ready for Infinity War and Black Panther. They've taken the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe catalog, and they break it down like 20-minute breakdowns and like Easter eggs and shows like what leads to what. And it's like whoever's behind the scenes of these videos is doing overtime work, researching like the obscure shit in like Marvel stacks. So it's really interesting and a lot of fun facts and educational in there. But what sets it apart from being total nerd shit is that the guys who do the videos are just a fucking delight. They are so energetic. They're like poppy, and it's exciting to sit down and watch it. I can't.
Can you send me that one?
Enough.
That
sure.
one you were just talking about? Yeah.
I would be happy to.
I'll check it out.
And I wish I watched their Shape of Water preview before we did ours, because I could have got some better notes.
So you're stealing your notes from other reviewers now.
I did not. I'm saying I wish I did.
Snake it till you make it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Six Pack Cinema. Everybody listen at home, go like us, subscribe to us, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and join us next week when we are watching. What are we watching, guys? We haven't picked this out yet. Are we doing Black Panther next week?
Jimmy will hate that.
Yes. But it's also like the biggest movie coming out.
I think we should. Jimmy, I think you should give it a shot.
Okay, don't be mad at me.
All the reviews
I'll try
say
to
that it's
either that
movie.
or 50 Shades Free. Your choice.
What about 12 Men?
Whatever you do in your free time, Jimmy, that's fine. But we're talking about movies now.
You know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
12 Strong.
I kind of stopped. I was like, yeah.
No, I agree.
How about
Let's let Jimmy decide. His options are either Black Panther or 50 Shades Free. I will go to either one that Jimmy wants to see.
50 Shades Free.
Fuck you. No.
Fuck you.
No.
No, all right, I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it for Jimmy.
We got Winchester, 50 Shades, that 1517 to Paris, which Sheehan didn't realize was acted out by the actual people.
I got to be honest. That was the most embarrassed I've ever felt on Twitter.
I don't care. If we have to do Black Panther, we'll do it. But
no. Tell you what. How about me and Dave will do a side episode of Black Panther. We'll publish on Jomboy videos, like we did with the last time. We should see. I'm going to see Phantom Thread this week. That's just me.
Okay.
I'm the only one who wants to see that.
That is Mother.
Okay.
15-17. Want to go that guy?
Yeah.
All right. We're doing 15-17. So
15-17 Paris.
Next week, Black Panther. Just Shane and I. Week after 15-17 to Paris. All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
See you guys next week. Love you.
Perfect.